Hello guys, welcome to Gizmo China. Today I'm going to review the Elephone U2. I have tested it for like last 7 days now. It is a pretty decent phone for the price and I wouldn't have many complaints. But first let me talk about the highlights anyway. To be honest, one thing that I really appreciate about the Elephone though is its overall design. It's very typical full screen design, there's no extra notches and the bezels are extremely thin. Looking from the outside, you won't believe it as a budget phone. The whole body of this phone is a little bit thicker than some other phones out there, but due to the rounded corners and curved-in edges, it looks way much lighter than it truly is. Thanks to the slightly thick body, the cameras are now flat and fluted on the right side. Due to the slope design, it will be wiggling a little bit when laying the phone on a table. Other than that, we have our leading role today, the pop-up selfie camera. Recent days, flagship manufacturers are no strangers to doing such design, but it is still rarely used on the budget phones, so this is kind of impressive. The pop-up device is a little bit slow though, taking quite a bit of time lifting and retracting. Fun thing is that when I try to press the pop-up camera down, you can see that the phone cannot detect the state itself and retract the camera automatically. This is not a very good news. Obviously, Elephone U2 doesn't come up with this pop-up idea for no reason. Basically, all you will find on the screen is the screen itself, with extremely thin bezels. It's a 6.3-inch LCD display with a 1080p resolution, and the screen-to-body ratio is up to 93.1%, which is one of the highest ratios you can ever find on the markets. The screen size, I think, is perfect. You can reach everywhere you want without adjusting your finger positions. Running the Android 9 OS in this phone is very simple. App icons look nice, there's an app tray storing all your apps, and the animation is quite smooth. Also, I noticed that the Elephone U2 doesn't support swipe navigation, only navigation buttons available. Since more and more Android phones are adding this kind of function, I sincerely hope that the Elephone could leave the options to users and update it as soon as possible. Speaking of the buttons, we can see that the volume buttons and the power button are on the right side, while in the left side there is quite clean other than the SIM card tray. We support dual SIM card and SD card extension. And on the bottom you have a USB-C charging port and the speaker chamber is also housed down here. About the fingerprint sensor, it is located on the right side of the phone below the power button. The speed is okay. You can't say it is a perfect sensor, but it definitely won't affect your daily use and there is no obvious delay. Now let's talk about the cameras. According to the officials, they seem to be very confident in the 5 cameras. The front dual camera plus the rear triple camera set. There are a 16-megapixel main camera with f1.6 aperture, a 5-megapixel depth camera, and a 2-megapixel light-enhanced camera. So basically, all of your photos are taken by the 16-megapixel main camera, and the rest of the cameras may help a little bit, but let's not put too many credits on it. Let's go through some samples. The 16-megapixel main camera is trying to do its best. The image is actually doing a great job. Bokeh is real here, and we can also see some details in the distance. Color accuracy is fine, and there is no visible blurry. However, when you zoom in a little bit, unfortunately, some details are lost and images tend to be washed out. And looking at this one, notice clouds in the sky, although not so many layers can be captured, but at least they are there. Sadly, I noticed that when shooting selfies outdoor, Elephone U2 is struggling in focusing the face. So you can see that the exposure is messed up here. So this is pretty much about today's review about the Elephone U2. If you like our video, please give us a thumbs up or subscribe our channel. And maybe we'll see you next time. Bye bye.